Today, I'm 45 minutes east of Melbourne at Montague to catch up with Mr. Apple himself, Ray Montague. What he doesn't know about apples isn't worth knowing, so let's go catch up with him and learn all about apples. So Ray, thank you so much for having us here today at the orchard. It's looking absolutely beautiful. Now I want to chat a little bit about how you got into apples, because I hear there's nothing you don't know about apples.
Well, my father planted his first apple trees in 1950.
Wow.
And they were some very old varieties then.
Yep.
Jonathan's and Red Delicious, Granny Smith, and other sorts of varieties like Yates and Rome's and everything like that, Stewart seedlings. And we just kept going from there, and we've had a love of fruit growing. It's an absolute privilege to grow something that's fantastic and healthy for people to eat.
How many trees have you got here on this property? Because it's beautiful. There's apples as far as I can see, but how many actual trees have we got?
Look, on this property, about 150 to 200,000.
Wow.
We have close to 1.5 million across our orchards.
Wow. It's a lot of trees.
It's a lot of trees, and we have about probably 80 to 100 growers that grow fruit for us as well, and plant some of our varieties, and we market them for them.
Do you have a favourite variety of apple, Ray? Is there one that you love more than any other?
Look, you have different times of the year. So for early in the season, I love the Smitten because it's hard and crisp and marvellous flavour. And then you might go to apple varieties like Pink Lady, Jazz and Envy. We do have another one coming along called Sweet Tango, which will actually be a little bit earlier than Smitten.
Nice.
And that'll be probably 2 years away.
So Ray, you're the second generation grower here and your son's taken over. He's the third. Tell us a little bit about how the family's involved in the business.
Yeah, look, my father started in 1948. Then myself and my two other brothers, who have both passed away, they ran it through to just 2 years ago. And now my son Scott is managing director of the business. My son Tim is general manager of the orchards, and my nephew Hamish runs Queensland. So they run it now, and they've got great work ethic. They have a great passion for our business, and they love the fruit game.
Ray, we're going to cook one of your star varieties, one of the first varieties on the shelves, early season apple. I've actually named this salad after that apple, the Smitten apple salad. What do you reckon of that?
Well, you couldn't have made a better choice.
Perfect.
It's fantastic. It's sweet, it's crisp, it's juicy. When you use it in a salad, it doesn't go brown.
Nice.
So it's just fantastic apple. It's a great choice.
Love that. All right, so this is a perfect salad to cook with a beautiful crispy, crunchy apple, but we're going to start on a couple of the other ingredients first. So, Ray, I've got a radicchio here, a beautiful bitter salad leaf that I love cooking and charring, getting some of the bitterness to go a little bit sweet almost. So all I'm going to do is just cut it lengthways to keep the core intact, and that'll help hold it together when we grill it. And I reckon I'm going to cut it into eighths, so quarters and then quarters again. Now, Ray, do you want to grab some of that olive oil and just drizzle it straight over this radicchio? We want to make sure we get a little bit of that olive oil into all the gaps in the radicchio there. And I've also got a red onion here.
Drizzle?
Just drizzle it all over, yep. And I'm just going to cut the red onion into 4 nice slices. Drizzle on that as well. And we've got a hot barbecue here. We're going to go straight on. And we just want a little bit of that oil to help char it and get a bit smoky. And I'm just going to cook 2 sides of the radicchio. I want it to still be nice and crispy and have some texture, but we want to sweeten up those leaves. And while we cook this, Ray, let's talk about the beautiful Smitten apple. It's a lovely looking apple too. I love the skin on it.
It's a fantastic apple. As you see, it's crisp and it's hard.
Yep.
It's just absolutely beautiful, and when you eat it, you'll never be disappointed.
That's what I love hearing. That's the great call. Now, you showed me something before, how to test an apple's ripe at the supermarket. What's your little trick?
Oh, well, look, I just flick it, when you do the...
And that sound?
If you get that's kind of hollow sort of sound.
Yeah, I like that.
So I think...
give your apples a flick.
I always test it. And
a delicate flick.
Delicate.
Yeah.
You won't hurt it.
Nice.
No, Smitten's quite hard,
Yep.
so...
I'm going to take the sides off these apples for our salad, Ray, and sort of just core it like that, and then we'll use, that's me to snack on later. And then I want to slice these really nice and thin. So we've got nice thin slices of apple through our salad. This salad's kind of inspired by 2 things, your beautiful apples and your amazing orchard here, but also the classic Waldorf salad, apple, walnuts, celery. That's why we've called it the Smitten salad, so it's just one-upping the Waldorf. Do you like cooking with apple? It's a crazy question, right?
I do like cooking with apple. Certainly at the moment I'm cooking apple slice, my mother's apple slice.
I love that.
With pink icing on the top, which
nice.
shocks a few of my family members.
Oh, that's perfect.
But it's my mother passed away a couple of years ago, and she was a great cook, and I'm learning to cook for my grandchildren on a Sunday, and it's been fantastic.
That's sweet.
Of Mum's recipes.
Oh, that's wonderful. I think that's really cool, and if you can save those family recipes, what a great way to continue on your mum's cooking.
We've got Mum's recipe book, and that's fantastic. So,
I love that. That's,
and in her handwriting too, which is also just sensational.
And do you want to chuck me those tongs next to you, Ray? Because I'm going to give these lettuce leaves a quick turn, and they should be nice and charred. You can just see there, nice little charry points on it. Now, Ray, I'm going to get you to make the dressing. So we're going to start with some Greek yogurt for the base for our dressing. Nice and creamy. Goes super well with these crunchy apples.
3 of these?
I reckon, 3, 4 big scoops, And they're looking really good. Now, in there we're going to drizzle some olive oil as well. So maybe, I don't know, let's see, and I'll tell you when. Kind of making this up a little bit as we go, right? Now we go way more. Beautiful. And then we've got some apple cider vinegar, so carrying on the apple flavour, we've got the lovely apple here. A bit of that vinegar to add that nice brightness that it gives.
Just a drizzle?
About the same as the olive oil. Usually classic recipes you do about 1 part vinegar to 3 parts olive oil, but I like to keep it quite even and nice and tart. That looks really good. We're going to go in with a pinch of salt and some black pepper. And then I'll just drizzle in a little bit of honey as well. So apples, walnuts really love honey. That nice sweetness it gives goes really well. So we're going with that. And then if you want to do maybe 10 turns of pepper, will be about right. And in that time, I reckon our onions are going to be ready. So I'm going to go straight on top of our apples into our bowl. It's smelling all right, isn't it?
Smells terrific.
Nothing like charred onions.
Onions on the barbie.
Yeah. And then radicchio can go straight in. And because we're inspired by the Waldorf salad, we've got a couple of those classic Waldorf ingredients. Celery and some walnuts. So I'm just going to crumble these walnuts in. So we want little different sizes that are sort of uneven so you get nice texture through the salad. Keep a couple for the top. And then a strange ingredient, but it works really well in this salad. These are celery leaves from the heart of the celery. They're really nice and flavourful. You don't want to go too high up where they're green. You want the nice yellow leaves, and they give the dish really good flavour. So Ray, do you want to whisk that guy together? I'm going to quickly season this with a pinch of salt. We'll turn the heat off, and the exciting bit is, Ray, we're almost finished. So Ray, you've been doing more cooking. Any dishes you've discovered that you've really enjoyed cooking?
Well, coconut raspberry slice.
Oh, love it.
You know, Mum's cooking.
Yeah.
Obviously the apple slice. Yep. I have tried the sponges 3 or 4 times, the passion fruit sponge, but just can't get the softness that Mum used to get. And I think I might give up on that one. That's probably a bit beyond my early stages. But
I wish I could help you. Sponge is tough. It's hard.
But I think the kids, it always comes back to chocolate hedgehog.
Oh, nice.
You know, with walnuts and biscuits.
Yeah, beautiful.
So
that's the winner.
That's the winner, I think. The chocolate's hard to be beaten.
Right, it sounds like you're a bit of a baker, Ray. I love that.
Oh yeah.
So this one here is as simple as just pouring our dressing over now. We'll just get a little spatula. We want to get all this dressing into our bowl. Now, when I dress a salad, I want to make sure that every leaf and ingredient in the salad is coated with the dressing, but it's not swimming in it. So that's going to be the right amount. And then we're just going to, with a pair of tongs, start gently folding it together and get everything coated. And making sure we've got everything spread out. So you've got the onion, the radicchio, and most importantly, the apple all evenly spread. Got a nice big salad bowl there, Ray. Do you want to grab that? We're going to plate this up to make it look pretty. So what we're going to do now, we've got everything just lightly coated, and you can see the little char marks going through the salad. Looks really nice. Just start mounding your salad up with lots of height, and we just keep mixing as we add it. And the radicchio is going to kind of naturally fall to the bottom, which is good because it sets the base for the salad. And we want more of the onion and the apple on top. And have a look at this, Ray. What do you reckon?
Marvellous.
Looks all right?
Fantastic.
So I reckon we'll keep that for us to snack on, and that's our salad done. Put that over here, chuck him there. We'll just finish off with a few more of those walnuts to crumble over the top again. And then a few of these little celery leaves to add some pops of colour and that nice little bit of freshness that it gives. But I'll tell you what, Ray, I'm pretty smitten with this salad. So make sure you guys give this salad a try at home. From the guy who grew it to the guy who wrote the recipe for it. This is a smitten salad from Michael and Ray.
Fantastic.